Mars, who, I hate this, it's unfortunate that under the circumstances, basically what went down is a youngster, 16-year-old, in a place called Red Lake, was it? Went into his school and just started shooting up all of his classmates. And apparently he was really into your music.
That's what I hear.
So people are real quick to blame, of course, the music. He was definitely a kid who was dealt a bad card in life. His father committed suicide, his mother in a car accident with severe brain damage. So not a whole lot of parental structure. Had to go live with his grandparents. Then next thing you know,
he's killing them.
Killed his grandparents, went to school, killed a bunch of his classmates.
Yeah.
And so people are just trying to figure out why. When something like this happens, why?
Now, do you see this as a good thing or a bad thing? How do you see this?
Well, of course, man. I mean, of course it's a tragedy, you know what I mean? Like, it's never a good thing when a whole bunch of people die because of something that was overlooked in some kid's childhood. All that kid needed was like a hug or something, you know what I mean? But then again, as an artist, as a horrorcore artist, this is what was expected with my music. It's controversial, so people are gonna pin it on me because that's what we was aiming at in the first place. You know what I mean? To be honest, horrorcore music is about controversy. It was built on controversy.
Wow. I was just going to ask you to define horrorcore.
I could do that, man. Horrorcore is basically the most extreme form of gangster rap.
The most extreme form?
The most extreme, like me, I'm the most extreme form of gangster.
Right.
You know what I mean? But horrorcore really is just a horror movie on a CD. With just some banging beats behind.
So in other words, it's no different for someone to watch a horror movie and to go out and start killing people because they've seen it in a horror movie. It's no different than someone blaming the music. Oh yeah, well it's because you listen to that music. Oh, it's because you watch that TV show. It's because you played violent video
I would think a movie would be more influential than music.
This is a kid who definitely had some stuff wrong with him.
This was a tormented adolescent. There are suicidal themes. There's homicidal themes. This is very indicative of a young man who's deeply disturbed.
So I guess my question for tonight is 766 KSFM is, do you think that music can be held accountable? Is it something that influences people to do stuff like that?
This is DL.
Hi, DL.
Listen, I was listening to what was going on, just kind of catching the tail end of it, and you really had struck me. One, when I heard Insane Clown Posse, I hope that could be like your theme at least once every night before you come on or go off. I love them.
Thank you.
I'm one of those very appreciative people of music. And on to your comment about my heart goes out, God bless him, whatever is coming over this world with what's going on right now.
Yeah, it's a real tragic story with that kid.
And that's just another traumatical moment where, this kid goes off. But the music, no.
So you don't think the music's to blame?
On that comment, not at all. I love Eminem just as much as I love Randy Travis, and I appreciate Mars's music just like I really, appreciate Korn, which can help me to appreciate Mars. They're one and the same to me in their deep sound.
So you don't think that music can influence a person to do something like that?
No, I'm like, it can help you enjoy a moment, I feel a situation, but decide your really outcome, that's just you anyway.
I'm going to be real honest with you, Mars. I went to your website.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Insane Clown Posse. I'm a fan of that type of music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily define Insane Clown Posse as horrorcore because it's more done in a joking manner.
How would you define their music?
My music or Insane Clown
Theirs.
Posse? Insane Clown Posse is one of the most important groups in this genre. They gave this genre the
pioneers.
theatrics. They're pioneers. Yeah. They're innovators. You know what I mean? I have much respect for the Insane Clown Posse and Psychopathic Records.
But I've never seen a picture of ICB holding a gun to a girl's head.
Yeah, tell us about that picture on your website.
Hey, man, like I said, everything I do is to the extreme. My photos, my artwork, my music, you know what I mean? That's just something we do to give a visual with the music, what we talk about, you know what I mean? That goes with the theme of my album that's coming out.
And what the name of the album is?
Some Girls Deserve to Die.
Yeah, what does the title of your new album mean?
It's actually a quote from the Hillside Stranglers police interrogation tape when they asked him, why did you kill all these people for? And he said, hey, some girls deserve to die.
Wow.
So basically, that's no different than when they made the movie in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was based off true stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, real interesting stuff here, Mars. We want to know what you guys think. Music, is it responsible for a lot of the violence and such in America? What do you guys think about that? 766
What's your
KSFM.
opinion?
I tell you what, it's all Mars' fault. Needs, man, just a little bit more love, and maybe kids won't be going to school with a bunch of guns and blowing their classmates away. And just a sad, sad story. If you guys hadn't heard, a 16-year-old named Jeff Weiss.
Yeah. He's the most searched person on the internet right now.
And it's because when something like that happens, people just go, why? How can something like that happen? A kid who seemed so completely normal to his family. How can this happen?
Well, he was dropping clues, but no one was paying attention.
You know, and that just goes to show you that it's important to pay attention to
The details.
the details, exactly. You know, and music, of course, is a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful medium, and I believe can influence people. But it's the people with problems that are more easily influenced. And I don't necessarily think that the intention of artists out there is to influence people. I think their intention, Mars, if you agree, disagree, your intentions are to entertain.
There's no real big message in my music, you know what I mean? It's just all entertainment. I don't expect anybody to go out and murder, kill, and do all this crazy stuff that I'm talking about, that I've done, or just, you know, live in a fantasy world, being a rapper here, doing stuff like that. I don't expect nobody to follow my footsteps of my lyrics, because that's just plain silly.
Right. So that was the question tonight. Could music influence someone to do something so horrible?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. What's up, girl?
All right. The subject that you guys are talking about is very diverse, but the way I feel about it is that a kid has to be a little bit crazy in the head already if they're going to go and do that, because I can listen to ICP and I listen to rap and I'm not out going killing people. And the situation that he's in is very sad. But, you know, it's not an excuse, because if he went through all that and nobody noticed it before, they should have gotten him some help.
There you go. And that's
Wow.
that's I think the message that we can all learn from this is that if you know someone who seems a little off in the nugget, if they're not making records like my friend Mars here,
Just talk to them, man.
talk to them. That's the most powerful thing you can do to someone is talk.
Teachers, parents, do something if you see something wrong, you know what I mean? Just don't send them to the office and give them a referral.
Blow it off.
You know, it's not necessarily a musical artist's responsibility to keep people in check or to put people out of check.
I just keep it wicked, man.
Keep it wicked.
Now, before we let you go, what is the future of horrorcore?
Right now, the horrorcore movement is just very powerful, you know what I mean? Mad Insanity Records is bringing you the most dominant horrorcore artist in this genre this year. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good releases coming. You know, if you like that wicked stuff, you know what I mean? We got it for you, man.
And it's real.
It's like I said, you know, we lived it, we think about it, you know, and we make the music. You know, we got some stuff for you.
Well, we hope you out there listen to what you just heard and big ups yourself.
Hopefully soon we'll get to play some of your music in our sideshow segment of the show.
You know, Mad Insanity Records has dropped off a bundle for you guys to bump, you know what I mean?
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
So Mad Saints, you know, keep listening, and you know what I mean? Budman and Booger be bumping that stuff.
And if I can just ask you one more thing before we go, the future of horrorcore, is this the last time that we're going to hear about horrorcore maybe being responsible for something so tragic?
Horrorcore was built on controversy, and like I said, I can't predict the actions of a lunatic kid, but like I said, we're always going to be pushing the hardest stuff out there in music. We're the most wicked, controversial form of music.
And if you're a fan out there of the horrorcore, I'll leave you with this: let the music do the killing for you.
Just like in Grand Theft Auto, let the video game do all the violent stuff.
I tell you what, there's nothing that relieves stress more than me coming home to Grand Theft Auto, jumping in someone's car.
You play Grand Theft Auto?
I'm a Grand Theft Auto nut.
Hey, Mars, thanks for coming by the show.
Ain't no thing, man. Make sure you pick up that Mars Attacks and Some Girls Deserve to Die, available on Mad Insanity Records and Apartment 3 DNA Entertainment.
Don't forget to check out madinsanity.com for all the details.
Budman
I
and
suggest reading the bio.
Yeah,
It's good
read
stuff.
my bio. Like I said,
We've
we
been
got
through a lot of stuff, man.
I've been through some crazy stuff. We just opened up a web store if you like that wicked stuff. MIR-store.com. Get you some panties and t-shirts.
All right, it's been educational, man. We'll see you later.
It's all good.
KSFM 102.5.